Hi everyone, this is Ingi from Tarot Ingi, and guess what? We're almost at the end of the Tarot Cards in Love in the Major Arcana card group, at least. And Judgment is one of the most powerful cards in the whole tarot deck, actually. And when it shows up in your love reading, it is equally powerful there as well. If you've done my tarot card meanings course, or if you're in the bundle, or if you're in Patreon, you have access to the symbolism in all the Major Arcana cards, and there's very powerful symbolism here. There's actually, this card is reference to Saint George, and he died for his faith. That's what he's known for. The message from the angel through the symbolism of Saint George is, have you got faith? And you can even see them coming out of the tomb saying, yes, we have faith. They're so willing to listen and take guidance, spiritual guidance. There is more to this story than what meets the eye, because you see the same kind of couple that's followed us in the other cards, but now they also have a child here. And in love reading, it speaks of your relationship might not be in the beginning phases anymore. Maybe you see what you don't like about your partner, but that's not the main message. The message is, are you willing to grow with the person? Are you willing to renew yourself in this relationship? Are you willing to look deeper at the commitment and honor it on a deeper level? Because now it's not just about you anymore. Now it's also about perhaps that there's a child involved. Maybe there is other people that need you as well, and you need to live not just for yourself but for someone else as well. So there's a maturity needed in this card that maybe isn't mentioned as much in the other cards. So when this card is showing up in a general reading, it's almost always about awakening to a purpose. But when it's about love and relationship, then your love relationship is hugely tied to your purpose. You can achieve more because of this relationship. You are more secure because of this relationship. But maybe you have felt a little bit that you've been dying, a slow kind of death, because you haven't been, maybe you haven't been looking and searching, and then the thrill of finding. Now it's like you have it and you're living what you always wanted, but maybe that's not as thrilling as searching for it. But it's like, how much are you willing to awaken to appreciation? So with this card, it could be a relationship that has nearly ended just to be renewed at the last minute. Maybe it needs a major shake-up and awakening. So it could be a huge turbulent time in your life that actually will bring you together. Or if it does break you up, it could later on bring you back together. This is about renewal of relationship. Now, if you are single and looking for love, then you could be haunted very much by a past relationship if this card is showing up, and you need to really let go of the haunting memories. If there is regrets, you need to let go of the regrets. This card also speaks of wanting a relationship that maybe, especially if it's like this, it's not maybe at its best. It can mean having very unrealistic expectation to a relationship, maybe wanting a relationship that's like in the movies, or wanting a relationship that's not even earthly, like you want some kind of heavenly relationship on the other side, like you dream of what it's like living on another realm somewhere, but it's not, you're unable to make it here, like the physical, with all the obstacles that we are facing here. It's very hard. This is someone who's dreaming of heavenly relationships, or even who wants to have a relationship with someone who's not even a real person, really. So, but when it's upright, it is a real relationship. It's gone through a few difficulties, but it will be renewed, and it sometimes will be renewed time and time again. There could be a lot of grief as well tied to this card, so it asks you to awaken yourself through letting go of the grieving, letting go of the unhealthy grieving, to go through the grieving process, to let go on some level and let something else take its place. To not live so much in the past, but to allow yourself to have your future. You know, there is a future there. But if you always live in the past, it's very difficult. So every now and then, if you get this card, you could be overwhelmed with grief and loss and the feeling of just being overwhelmed. But there is actually a future here for you. You need to know that you have a future and start planning for the future. The best thing you can do as well here is to be a leader type, to be strong and confident. That is what will attract you. If you're single, that will attract you in a soulmate. If you are in a relationship, that is what will heal your relationship. Allow yourself to be strong and powerful. Let go of victim mentality. You're having an experience here, but it's not the full picture. So it will give you a little bit of detachment, actually. You can let go of being so dragged into the emotional side of everything that's going on. But this is a card for renewal in relationship, renewal in emotions, and slowly letting go of grief and the past, and to start embracing the future, both in your relationship and in your life in general as well. And that's the meaning of the Judgment card in a love reading.